a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, thank you for joining us on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We greatly appreciate you. And it's going to be a great show for you today. We're going to talk about new home construction and housing starts coming up here in just a moment with New Homes Legacy National Director Pauline Dent on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And thank you so much for spending some time with us and supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show in all of our 80 different categories, over 40 different show partners, expert contributors, and we greatly appreciate that. You can do all of that at consumerqb.com. That's the website, consumerqb.com. And we also give out our hotline at some point throughout the show. You can reach out and engage with us. We'd love to talk to you, have those conversations. It really makes our day when we get to hear from our audience, you, the listener, so we greatly appreciate that. And it was really awesome to see some of our audience and our listening audience there at the Brio event. We do third Thursday event over at Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza Mall. And what a great turnout we had. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun networking and fellowship. And we had a handful or several, actually, of our show audience there, listening audience. So you are invited. And that's what's different about this show. We want to make sure it's a local flair to it and a consumer advocate flair, of course. But come on out. The next date is Thursday, April 18th at 6 o'clock. Over at Brio Tuscan Grill, International Plaza Mall. That's the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance, very friendly staff. And we're going to have our third Thursday event. It's just a rolling event. We're going to continue to do that all year. Thursday, April 18th, 6 o'clock over at West Shore Boulevard at Brio Tuscan Grill. And they have excellent food and wonderful wait staff and just some great conversations. We had some wonderful networking. All of our show partners, or a majority of our show partners, showed up. And we had some great conversations. Some referrals were passed. And it was awesome to see and hear from our audience as well. So we greatly appreciate you coming over and spending some time with us there as well. So save the date, Thursday, April 18th, 6 o'clock p.m. over at the International Plaza Mall, Brio Tuscan Grill. Excellent food, and I highly recommend them. Now, say hello to Chef Oscar Ramirez and Joey, the general manager, and let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and take them up on special offers, and they'll probably even hook you up with a free water with lemon. They're going to hook you up with an appetizer, too, so let them know about that. So let's jump right into a couple of our hot listings. Now, one of the cool things about our team, my wife Lindsay and I own a top 100 ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay, Keller Williams Realty, Living and Coastal Elite, is that we feature our listings live on air. It's part of our strategy that helps our sellers sell faster for more money, maximizing the exposure, maximizing the profit on the sale of their real estate. We got a hot property here at 5642 Egrets Place, Newport Richey. Beautiful Mediterranean Palace, gated community, gorgeous property here, brand new pool with a waterfall feature built in, pavers, balconies, gorgeous home here. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, almost 3,000 square feet, quarter-acre lot. You have a main entrance to the balcony. You have a heated pool with waterfall, elevator access, 2 sets of sliders, inside laundry room located on the first floor. Excellent property, beautiful home here, and you do have some water views across the street with bay access to the Gulf of Mexico there. So excellent property, wonderful opportunity to move your family to the Tampa Bay area. Newport Richey, Florida, 5642 Egrets Place, one of our real estate property listings here in Tampa Bay. And I got to tell you about our beach property. This is another one of my favorites here. This one's on Gulf Boulevard. It's 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F. Gorgeous beach home. Have you ever wanted to have your own beach place and you're not walking across the street to get to the beach? You are on the beach. And what I love about this property, it's 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,000 square feet, is that there's only $250 a month for your HOA fee. And you can short-term rent this property out. It is approved for short-term rental. 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F, Indian Shores, on the beach, sugar sand beaches, dolphin-filled waters, beautiful Tampa Bay, Pinellas County. You have upgrades throughout as well. Granite countertops, mosaic backsplash, brand new bathroom just put in as well. Beautiful property, close proximity to Tampa International Airport as well. 18522 Gulf Boulevard, Unit F, Indian Shores. And you can see all of our real estate listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. All right, Pauline Dent, welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to the conversation around new homes and new home construction. And you are the national director, that is, for New Homes Legacy. Tell us a little bit about your position and your background.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. So my background is I started in real estate many years ago. This is 31 years in real estate for me. And I started as a general brokerage agent and built my business, much like you have and Lindsay, from the ground up. And then I started selling some new homes. I started getting really interested in new homes. And then my inquiring mind was, okay, how do you acquire the land? Why do you acquire certain parcels? How do you build the house? And I just kept growing in my new home footprint to being a national vice president of sales and marketing, leading new home projects all over the Mid-Atlantic region. I came to Keller Williams several years ago, and through Keller Williams, they asked me to help lead the New Homes Initiative and bring the general brokerage community and the new home builder community together in a learning platform on how best to serve the consumer. And so all of this fits so well into your show because everything we do is consumer driven.
Absolutely. I appreciate that as well. And it's all about helping consumers understand their buying decisions, making them more street smart and having that competitive advantage, if you will, because there's been a lack of inventory in Tampa Bay and across Florida and, of course, across a lot of markets. And here's an interesting article that you shared as well. It says pent-up demand, moderating interest rates, and a lack of existing inventory help push single-family housing starts in February to their highest level since April 22. Overall housing starts increased 10.7%. So, yeah, I think that speaks volume in that first paragraph.
Well, it does. And here's the interesting thing. As you know, the real estate market went absolutely crazy. You couldn't keep a house on the market for more than 24 hours, and we had 10 to 12 offers over asking price. And people were losing the opportunity to buy a home because the market was just raging, right? We've had this for 3 or 4 years. And then people stopped putting their houses on the market when the interest rates changed. They said, I'm going to stay put. I'm not going to move for now, for those that didn't have to make a decision, right?
Yep.
And then we found, and this is interesting, there's a pent-up amount of buyers that went into the rental market over the last 2 years because they were not going to pay $50,000 over asking price, and they did not want to keep losing out on offers. Meanwhile, they could have built a new home. They didn't go new because they didn't want to spend 6 or 8 months waiting for a home to be built, and they could have been living in that house already. So I think it's just get out there. Your real estate advocates through New Homes Legacy actually know how to help you navigate with builders and be a good representative to you, because that builder site rep, they work for the builder. So you should be represented.
Absolutely. That's a great point to make. And continuing on with this article, the February reading of 1.52 million starts is the number of housing units builders would begin if development kept this pace for the next 12 months. Within this overall number, single-family starts increased 11.6% to 1.13 million seasonally adjusted annual rate. When you look at that, you combine all of those different factors, and new homes are a great option for the consumer. Not only are you getting, just a brand new home, I think a lot of people just love that appeal. It's kind of like the ultimate American dream. That can be several things for different people: owning a business, building a home, or just buying a home. But I love the idea of building new. My wife Lindsay and I built our dream home about 5-6 years ago, right here in Tampa Bay on a major lake here in Tampa Bay, and we really love it. The process was a little frustrating, but that's where, again, when you have agents and you have inspectors, people on your team, you want to develop that mastermind in a sense and be able to make sure that you're working for a goal of, hey, I want a fair house, a nice home, and I want to manage the process the best I can.
Absolutely. And so that's exactly what we teach and train to. We work with agents. across the nation. I'm the national director, so we have agents nationwide and some internationally as well that come into the platform to learn how to be that consumer advocate, so that when you want to go look for a new home, that new home trained agent knows what to look for, knows the right questions to ask, knows how to protect your interest in your investment, and work through not only what that site agent is trying to sell you today that they have available, but maybe that next section is worth the wait because it better suits your needs, better suits your family. And so we know how to poise you in the right direction. On the other side, we are a consumer advocate for the builders themselves. So there are many builders that we're representing across the U.S. that we have our agents in there selling their homes, selling the product. We do the marketing, we do the advertising, and we put these little smaller, if you will, custom builders, local builders, regional builders on a map like a national builder. We give them all the power because that's all we've done in our careers is we just take builders, put them on a platform, fill the top of the funnel with leads, and then close the sale.
I love it. Yeah, that's the strategy. It's a combination of digital marketing. You know, the sauce, the secret sauce we won't give out here over the phone, Pauline. But but I'm excited. Lindsay and I are both excited. So Lindsay is going to be a regional director for New Homes Legacy. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, she's your local director for Florida, and she can go beyond that into the region as we grow. She can certainly take on more states, but right now Florida is a full-time job for an area director. There's a lot of builders that should be getting better representation through their sales and marketing channels.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yep. Lindsay Rhymes is area director for Florida, that is. So New Homes Legacy. We're talking to Pauline Dent here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And, yeah, I love it. I love the idea because this is a market that I think is kind of underserved. And, you know, with the latest MLS rules and this lawsuit, I think a lot of people are confused about what's going on in the real estate industry. But now more than ever is a time to partner with your agent, your realtor, keep them close on the listing side, the buying side, the investing side, and especially for new homes.
Absolutely. There's just so much opportunity, and there's a good time to get into a community, especially if you're going to be investing. We know that this is a big for-profit industry, and we know that the best time to get into a community is usually at the very beginning. If not, then you just get in at the very end, because in the beginning, you see all that price appreciation. The prices are going to go up. The prices will go up every time. The cost of building a home never reduces. We don't get a cut because lumber prices went down. That happens never, right? So
exactly.
Everything appreciates and goes up in value, and so does your appreciation for your home.
Yep, absolutely. Let's take a quick break there. More with Pauline Dent on the other side here of the break. We're going to take a quick break here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at Brandon Rhymes 1 at CQB Show on Insta as well as YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We're close to another milestone on subscribers, so please subscribe. We greatly appreciate that on a YouTube channel. Consumer Quarterback Show coming up here in just a moment. More new homes talk. New Homes Legacy, National Director Pauline Dent. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
I want to give a special thanks to Satellite Phone Store. They just hooked me up with this beautiful satellite phone. And it's a gorgeous phone. It's a great device. It's a safety device as well. Think about it. If you're out on the boat 40, 50 miles out, maybe you're going hunting or you're going hiking in the woods somewhere, you run out of cell phone service, or who knows, maybe a possible terrorist attack. It's not like our politicians aren't entrenched in all this stuff going on overseas, all over the place, all over the world. Could be a terrorist attack. They could attack the power grid. They could attack the cell phones. Who knows what they're going to attack next. Sat123.com/REQB. Sat for satellite. Sat123.com/REQB, like real estate quarterback.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here in studio. Pauline Dent on the line, New Homes Legacy National Director, talking new home sales, new home constructions and starts here on the show. Before we do a couple of hot listings for this segment, we got some great opportunities for buyers, sellers, and investors. Some beautiful waterfront properties here. This is one of my favorites as well. 6441 4th Palm Point, St. Pete Beach. We just did a $200,000 price improvement on this property. It's now listed at $1.7 million. Beautiful waterfront property in St. Pete. That is St. Pete Beach, 6441 4th Palm Point. And this one's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2280 square foot. You have your own private dock, boat lift, beautiful pool. You kind of have that infinity edge looking out from the living room. Great opportunity to own a beautiful home on the beach. 5 sets of hurricane-rated windows. You have tile roof, beautiful property right here in Pinellas County. Location with stunning views of Boca Ciega Bay, close to the beach on 4th Palm Point, St. Pete Beach. Great opportunity from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Also, here's more of a commercial play, 8333 New York Avenue. Now, we do list vacant land, residential and commercial properties. 8333 New York Avenue. This is 1.5 acres, and you've got 3 distinct structures, 2 residential buildings and a warehouse. So over an acre of land. Great opportunity to own real estate and maybe relocate your business and bring in generating close to $3,300 a month on month-to-month leases. The units are occupied. 8333 New York Avenue in Hudson, and you can see all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Okay, we're talking with Pauline Dent. She is the National Director, New Homes Legacy, right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And Lindsay, we kind of announced earlier, Lindsay Rhymes is the Florida Director, so we're really excited about that. New home construction is something that we've both been talking about, and we really wanted to, get involved and kind of sink our teeth into, Pauline. So, what else do we need to know about this new homes division?
Yeah, so what I love about this is you guys, when you look at the National Association of Home Builders, NAHB, if you will, and you look at where they say there's a high concentration of new construction going on, you guys know you're in it. All you have to do is get in your car and drive around, and there are hammers all over the place building homes. So Florida and Texas are 2 of the high profile areas for new homes, and having Lindsay spearhead this with us is so awesome, and here's why. So Lindsay has gone through the sales and marketing and advertising training, and she can help any agent across any brokerage get into the new homes business alongside of her to promote builders they're currently working with. She can also help agents come in and understand how to better represent a buyer. She has all the tools. She has learning modules that are virtual. She has monthly masterminds and workshops, industry interviews with various pros from land development to model home merchandise and design. We do absolutely everything that is builder and consumer facing when it comes to new homes, and we support agents in their businesses. So you got a great you got a great area there to help represent the consumer and the builders.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen a lot of in-migration. Florida was the number one state as far as in-migration last year, setting records. About 1,000 people a day is the kind of the round number. But I love it. You're helping builder developers who are building, if you think about small enclaves, you got of homes 5 to 15. You got mid-sized community developments, 20 to 100 homes, all the way up to planned unit developments, PUDs, with multiple builders, 100 plus up to 800 plus. So I love that. Townhomes, condos, commercial spaces as well.
All of it. So our parent company is Legacy International Resort Properties. Our parent company, that's all we've done for decades and decades, and we've supported the biggest brand names. I don't know if I can mention it on air, so I'm going to hold back on that one until next time. But some of the largest builder developers you could ever hear of throughout Florida and beyond. A lot of deep water communities. We're building in Belize right now. North Carolina, Florida, Colorado, California, Maryland, Virginia, Montana. Like, we're all over the place helping. Like you said, small enclave builders, your custom builders that are building 5 to 15 homes a year, we put them on the map to compete with regionals. And then we put the regionals on the map in a bigger view, in a bigger consumer-driven site with lifestyle images. We run clubhouses where our salespeople are in the clubhouse, and we're representing 5 builders at a time as soon as you come through the gate.
Wow.
No job's too big or small.
Yeah, that's really cool. And if it was some of the brand names you were mentioning yesterday, that's completely fine. I think you'd mentioned something like the
Ritz-Carlton Residences, Margaritaville. We've run sales operations and marketing and advertising for all of them.
Wow, those are some big names. Ritz-Carlton, Margaritaville, those are some huge names. And we're talking with Pauline Dent here. She is the National Director, New Homes Legacy, and it's a really exciting time to be in the real estate space. It's just especially when you're looking at new home construction, new home starts, because there's such a demand for it. There's great financing options available as well.
Yep, and the investment of it is just priceless. You're investing in something that you know is going to appreciate. The life cycle of a real estate entity always goes up. No matter what you buy or where you buy it, we'll have dips in the market, we'll have market corrections, but if you look historically, if you buy in an area, that just buy what you want where you want it, and it will appreciate for you.
Yeah, absolutely. The appreciation factor is what a huge. I mean, what's the stats show? Real estate creating the most millionaires and billionaires, right? I mean, look at the stats of that. Real estate, even tried and true in this technology era we live in. Real estate is just tried and true. It's an insurable asset, and and I've bought new construction before as well prior to building. And yeah, same thing happened. You know, you can see, and you can kind of see those pre-sales. When those pre-sales roll out, a lot of people would even just flip the contract to a new buyer at some point. But I know sometimes that's frowned upon as well, though.
Yeah, got to be careful with those wholesale deals. But I'll tell you what's really priceless, Brandon, is the training. You know, to be able to get in. When you're an agent in the general brokerage business, we sell homes already built on land that's already sculpted. Right? And so to be able to understand how to sell the vision of what a home's going to look like on a piece of land that's not yet graded or maybe even cleared, to understand grading and contours and be able to really represent your buyer, that's what Lindsay and agents who have taken the time to go through the training can do to represent a buyer buying a new home.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great stuff. Pauline, thank you so much. Wonderful conversation with you. How do you want people to connect with you?
So it's very easy. Socially, it's newhomeslegacy.com website, and we also have Facebook page if you want to look us up there. You can certainly reach out to Lindsay and inquire. If you're an agent looking to increase your business through new homes, reach out to her. She and I will help show you the way and get you into the learning modules. And if you're a builder looking to increase your business, you can also send me an email personally. It's paulinedent@kw.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Pauline. Appreciate that.
Great stuff.
You. And we are going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We got Mark Hay, 21st Century Financial Group in the house. We're going to talk about finances and retirement and planning, all that good stuff coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, interesting topic as well. Mr. Wonderful preps a TikTok bid. Coming up here on the show. We'll be right back.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon.